here's something else I'm not supposed to say. Ain't but two genders. Two genders. Ain't nothing but men and women. And I can already see WRL out there. They licking their pencils around, trying to write fiercest as they can. Get every word of this here. Get every word of this. You can go to the doctor and get cut up. You can go down to the dress shop and get made up. You can go down there and get drugged up. But at the end of the day, you were just a drugged up, dressed up, made up, cut up, man or woman. You ain't changed what God put in you, that DNA.
Being here in North Carolina, we are going to be the epicenter of a lot of things this upcoming year. We're already what they consider a swing state. It could go either way, even though I have a sense of where it's probably going to go based upon the recent primary. But also, the spotlight is going to be on North Carolina because of our lieutenant governor who's running for governor. That will be Mark Robinson. After Mark Robinson won the primary, the Republican primary on Tuesday, it seems as if the left and the Black Liberal Gatekeepers have been dispatched to try to besmirch and distort and destroy this man. Now, I'm going to tell you, full disclosure, I respect that man. I've heard that man speak. He is a man of God. He's a man of integrity. He's a man of principle, and he is a true conservative. And that is what scares these people, because he is unapologetically Republican, but most importantly, unapologetically Christian. He is unapologetically Christian. He is bold in his faith and is not afraid of it. And they're going to use everything in their power to paint this man as a Uncle Ruckus, as a Uncle Tom, even though Uncle Tom was the person that actually led the people to freedom. They're going to call him a Sambo. They're going to call him all of these things because they see him as a threat. You have to understand something. To these people, to the leftists, to the Marxists, to the black gatekeepers, to the liberal black gatekeepers, a strong black Christian man who stands on conservative values is a threat to them. That is a threat to them because this person is a fly in their ointment. This person stands to say, no, what agenda, what narrative you're pushing is false. Like I say every single time on this channel, we're not victims. We are empowered for greatness. They can continue to paint this message of black people being oppressed, of black people being marginalized while they're banking big bucks by saying this to people, by keeping people in their place. When you have a strong black man like Mark Robinson standing up and speaking the truth based upon the word of God, they don't want to hear it.
Something else I'm not supposed to say. Ain't but two genders. Two genders.
And for those of you asking, yeah, that is my favorite Bishop Wooden in the background. This is Mark Robinson speaking at Bishop Wooden's church about 3 years ago in Raleigh.
Ain't nothing but men and women. And I can already see WRL out there. They licking their pencils around, trying to write fiercest as they can. Get every word of this here. Get every word of this. You can go to the doctor and get cut up. You can go down to the dress shop and get made up. You can go down there and get drugged up. But at the end of the day, you were just a drugged up, dressed up, made up, cut up, man or woman. You ain't changed what God put in you, that DNA. You can't transcend God's creation. I don't care how hard you try. The transgender movement in this country, if there's a movement in this country that is demonic and that is full of the spirit of Antichrist, it is the transgender movement. It's time for grown-ups and time for Christians to start standing up and being unafraid to tell the truth. Come after me if you want to. I don't care. You want my head? Here it is right here. Come on, come get it. I don't care because it's time for us to stand up. Now, I'm not afraid to stand up and tell the truth about that issue. They're dragging our kids down into the pit of hell, trying to teach them that mess in our schools. Tell you like this, that ain't got no place at no school. 2 plus 2 don't equal transgender. It equals 4. You need to get back to teaching them how to read instead of teaching them how to go to hell. Yeah, I said it and I mean it.
So you see that, right? You see why the liberals, you see why the Marxists, you see why the communists, you see why the black liberal gatekeepers are afraid of Mark Robinson. That man, like I said, is unapologetically Christian, unapologetically conservative, unapologetically speaking the truth according to the word of God. And he's bold with it, and he's not afraid to say it. He's not afraid to say it. He said it on multiple occasions.
The news media stands silent. Children are killed in Chicago at genocidal rates. They stand silent. But as soon as they take a chance, as soon as they see a chance, take a shot at their political enemies, they're Johnny on the spot. They're right there ready to do it.
Now, I'm going to play you some of the examples of the black liberal gatekeepers who have been dispatched by their puppet masters to distort this man's record, to disparage his character, and to hurl all kind of ad hominem insults at him. And then after that, I'm going to play you a video that the media is distorting to say that he wants to go back to a time when women didn't want to vote. But listen to what is being hurled at this man right now. Just listen. And it shows you that they're afraid of him.
GOP primary for North Carolina gubernatorial race. He said that actually black people aren't owed reparations, that we owe America reparations.
First of all, he did not say that. He said that we owe our ancestors reparations. The people that died, the people that bled, that fought for the rights of black folks in this country. But you see how people like that twist the man's words around to paint a picture of him to black people? What they're trying to do is to paint a picture of Mark Robinson to black people to make him say, that black man's not black. He's a Uncle Ruckus. He's a sellout. That's what they're doing. He's a coon. That's what they're doing.
Said some other really crazy things too. He is called Dr. King on steroids. Put him up full mask. This is insanity on top of insanity. I don't know where to start, but let me say this. If Donald Trump is your endorser for your blackness, you have erred in your journey.
There you go. There you go. They're trying to tie Mark Robinson to Donald Trump in a negative way and to paint the picture of him not being black because they are scared of black people hearing from a man that's unapologetically Christian, unapologetically conservative, who understands, who grew up. See, you have to understand, Mark Robinson grew up in a single parent household like myself. People like us, we're narrative busters, and they don't want the narrative to be broken because once the narrative is broken and people in the black community wake up to the reality that we have our agency, that we don't have to depend upon the left, we don't have to depend upon the government to meet our needs, that we're not victims, we are empowered for greatness, that God has given us the ability to use these hands to achieve, then once that is done, it destroys their platform. It destroys everything they've built up for the last 60 years. That's why they're coming hard and fast against this man.
All right, Wisely thoughts.
I think even the crowd met that MLK on steroids with a tepid response.
Yeah.
I think that's
like, I guess we got to clap.
They were like, look, I'll follow you anywhere, but right. MLK, this guy? I don't think so. But yeah, it's a joke, and we talk about it all the time up here, Dr. Richie, is that if you are a black person who's willing to put your face on the most vile and racist sort of stereotypes of black people that are known to man, if you're willing to put your name on that kind of stuff, there's money in it for you.
Yeah.
But see, that's not what Mark Robinson's doing. Mark Robinson's not out here tap dancing for the man like you are, brother. Mark Robinson's not out here tap dancing for Donald Trump, for the white liberals. He believes this stuff. He's not saying this stuff to get a paycheck. Now, I must admit, there are some black conservatives out here that will tap dance, that will paint the picture of the most vile things that black people do and constantly put that in your face to get a check from white folks. I admit to that. There are people like that. Mark Robinson is not one of them.
There were elections all over the place, and look, it was going to be Biden, Trump, presidential level, but really the whole key is what happened down ballot.
Now here we go. We got probably the chief Black Liberal Gatekeeper, Roland Martin. They dispatched him too.
One of the places, North Carolina, where the Republicans nominated for their choice for governor is the current Lieutenant Governor, Mark Robinson. Mark Robinson is a Holocaust denier. He believes that the civil rights movement was a joke. The Democratic Governors Association is already out with a hard-hitting ad against him. Watch.
Abortion is a scourge that needs to be run out of this land. It's not your body anymore. It's y'all's body. And yes, that includes the daddy. So many things were lost during the civil rights movement. So many freedoms were lost during the civil rights movement. They shouldn't have been lost.
I'd love to pass a law that restricts abortion. We could pass a bill saying you can't have an abortion in North Carolina for any reason.
This little minor thing happens in January. If there's a movement in this country that is demonic and that is full of the spirit of Antichrist, it is the transgender movement. Homosexuality, any of that filth. And yes, I call it filth. Abortion is a scourge that needs to be run out of this land.
There you go. You see the hit pieces coming, right? Because this man is unapologetic in what he believes and he speaks his mind, they're going to use it against him. They're going to paint him as an extremist, as a MAGA extremist, too extreme for the governorship here in North Carolina.
And keep in mind that Mark Robinson's wife, Yolanda, she actually had an abortion. Check this out, Rebecca. He don't like folks like you having a right to vote. Listen to what Mark Robinson said in 2020.
A few days ago and asked her.
I'm going to play you the full video because I'm sure Roland Martin's not going to play the full video.
What America are we going back to make America great again? The one where women couldn't vote or black people were swinging from trees? I would say to him if I was standing in front of him, I absolutely want to go back to the America where women couldn't vote. Do you know why? Because in those days we had people who fought for real social change and they were called Republicans. A few days ago and asked her.
See, this is stuff I don't like about the media. That is disingenuous. I'm going to play you the full video. See how he edited that video to paint this picture of Mark Robinson being this sexist pig that he doesn't want women to vote, but he didn't give the full context of the video. I'm about to play that for you right now.
I'm a Republican because Republicans are the party of freedom and equality. This narrative about Republicans being racist and can I stand Mexican people and black people and women is ridiculous. This idiotic guy was on stage with Candace Owens a few days ago and asked her, what America are we going back to make America great again? The one where women couldn't vote or black people were swinging from trees? I would say to him if I was standing in front of him, I absolutely want to go back to the America where women couldn't vote. Do you know why? Because in those days we had people who fought for real social change and they were called Republicans. And they are the reason why women can vote today. Those days that he talked about when black folks were swinging from trees. Guess who it was out there fighting to bring that to an end, to bring Jim Crow to an end? It was Republicans. So that's the America we want to bring back. We want to bring back the America where Republicans and principles and true ideas of freedom rule. That's the America we want to bring back. That's why I'm a Republican. I'm a Republican because of the 13th, 14th, the 15th Amendment to the Constitution and the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. I'm a Republican because whenever you look at true, honest to God, social change for the better, at the top,
leading the charge is a Republican.
I wanted to play that for you to show you that for those who live in different states, they're going to paint a picture of Mark Robinson for you, a picture of a man that is unhinged, a man that is too extreme to be the governor of the state of North Carolina. Well, I'm here to tell you a different story. So I will push back on all of these narratives that will be surfacing over the next 8 or so months when it comes to a gubernatorial race here in North Carolina. You will get truth on this channel. That's what this biblical conservative channel is about, to give people the truth. And you will get the truth on Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson. So if you want to hear the truth about what's going on here in North Carolina when it comes to the gubernatorial race, tune in to here, because we're not victims. We are empowered for greatness.